when we were on our last road trip, several of our players were diagnosed as being ill. So we put them on protocol to get them back home safely and get them back home, relatively healthy. When they get back home, our doctor had a look at our players on an individual basis to determine or not whether they were high risk to get the H1N1 flu vaccine. Some of our players were assessed as high risk. They went to a public facility, waited in the line like the general public did, and got their shots taken care of. We go to schools and community events. We high-five the kids coming off the ice. We're in airports. There's physical contact in the sport. These are things that determine whether or not a person is at high risk. And you know what? Our club physician is that's his discretion. That's what he does for a living. The ones that were not ill were given the H1N1 shot. The guys who are ill are still on protocol until they are healthy, until they finish their treatment, and then if they're reassessed again and they are high risk, they will get those shots.
How many players got the shot?
We had all but 5 of our players get the shots.
How many players?
27. There's no point giving them a flu shot for something that they might have already. So you make sure they're healthy. You assess again whether or not it is or isn't in their best interest to get that done, and then you go forward from there. Category, which would be 65 years and under, with an existing health condition or potentially a health condition. You look at this from a standpoint of there are 27 players plus coaching staff plus everybody else that are together in a closed space on a plane in practice all together for a number of days. They have all been exposed to this virus, or a virus, whatever it might be. We don't know for sure what it is or isn't. At that point, you have to make that determination as to what you have to do to keep everyone else safe. Players plus players who are sick equal high risk assessment. They get assessed on an individual basis to make sure they are or not, and then they get taken care of with a shot. From a community standpoint, from our standpoint, we have to make sure that everyone, the children that we talk to, the kids that we high-five coming off the ice, those kids have all got to be taken care of, and that's what we did. What you have to look at is this, quite simply. We have a club physician who determines that risk. Whether it's my personal opinion or not, besides the point. Our club physician is the one that has to make that assessment. That is what his duty in this job is, within the parameters of what his assessment is, and the parameters that are assessed by the government of British Columbia to give him that information. Should that be his choice, that is his choice. We live by that decision because he is a health practitioner. We went there during business hours. We went there with the general public who were also deemed at high risk that also got these shots. We did not take vaccine from anybody. They have vaccine available, and that was what we were done. We were part of that process that was assessed as high risk and then given the shots afterwards. We travel with the team, and I might be assessed at that point whether I'm high risk or not. That's up to the doctor at this point. I haven't had a meeting with him. I will have a meeting with them, and if they detect that I am a high-risk person, then I'll get the shot. Absolutely. No qualm, no hesitation at all, and I'll queue it up like anyone else does. No question.
Oh, all those guys did? Yeah.